Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Megan and I am going to be pulling a pretty random and open-ended reading here for you today. We are going to just be 100% guided in terms of what we're asking, what we're looking for, where we're going. I was actually channeling some beautiful messages for you a couple moments ago, and I think I had probably been going for, I don't know, at least 10 minutes, and just happened to look at my camera and realized it wasn't recording. So, and it is Mercury retrograde, so this is kind of a common occurrence, but I was like, oh, these messages that are coming through, I was blown away by them, but Spirit just guided me like, stop. No, these messages are not ready to come through. So I'm scratching all of that. And what I will share is what I was channeling prior. I was inspired by a reading I just released onto my Patreon community. So that is what they want me to leave those messages at. They're going to live there for now. And if I'm guided to share more about that on YouTube, then I will do so when they give me that go ahead. But if you are interested in the messages that were coming through very specifically for divine masculine, divine feminines at this kind of current moment in time, post eclipse, middle of May energy, that is going to be uploaded to the Patreon under the initiates or the master tier. So that all being said, we're going to do a reading here for you. And this one is going to be one of the almost personal readings, because we're going to dive into whoever most needs a message right now. That's really where that's what I'm going to leave it, or kind of direct to Spirit, is you tell me who needs this message. Who are we talking about? And so first I'm going to ask about who this person is, what might be going on. We'll grab some guidance here, and then we will dive into an extended and grab some additional guidance that will live in the Patreon community under the seeker tier. So if you have any questions about any of that, let me know, but the information should be down below in the description box. I will share, I'm getting really strong guidance for everybody right now. Everybody, Twinflames, Squirrel, teacher, I don't know, anybody and everybody right now to rest, keep it simple, be as still, quiet as you possibly can. Our bodies are doing a lot of healing and recalibrating, and it's taking a lot more energy than it might usually take. So just being really gentle with yourself. And maybe if you had a lot of things scheduled or planned, just kind of giving yourself some breaks, going through your schedule and looking at things that you can postpone or do at a later date. That seems to be a great theme at this point. And I think, what I've been personally getting is that it's because things are going to get really busy. Things are going to shift and they're going to change really quickly, and you're going to look back and be like, I can't believe I was ever sitting there being like twiddling my thumbs and not knowing what to do with myself. So you're going to be really grateful for this time. You're going to be really grateful for the quiet before the storm, so to speak. But it doesn't feel like a negative storm. I don't want to scare anybody with that. I grabbed one more card from this deck. One more card, please, Spirit. No? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely getting a masculine energy to start. This is really beautiful. This is somebody whose psychic insights are really coming online and awakening and really seeing truth for what it is, and understanding, kind of connecting the pieces, connecting the dots, understanding why things had to happen the way that they happened in their life. It feels like a lot of full circle healing and understanding. It's kind of like if there was something in your life where you had told yourself it was this way, and it happened this way because of this, and this was the story, and maybe someone wronged you, or maybe you've wronged somebody and you had a lot of guilt and shame and or anger and resentment about it. Spirit's kind of giving you the missing key to that perspective and showing you a new way that you can actually look at it and see it. And it's bringing a lot of clarity, and I feel like because of that, it's actually it's kind of connected to what I was just channeling for everybody, but it's bringing this person, if this is you or someone you know, it's bringing this person to like a halt. Like their energy is stopped. I'm like seeing like a deer in headlights. Like it's like, holy cow, this changes everything. This person's saying this changes everything. And so now they're kind of investigating their life, and they're kind of seeing where they can apply this principle, this new insight, this newfound understanding to everything in their life. And it's bringing a lot of forgiveness. It's bringing a lot. Oh, that's way too many cards, Spirit, but I am being guided to take these two. Yeah, it's bringing a lot of forgiveness and deeper understanding around just times in their life that they felt hurt, that they felt, I'm hearing like blocked off from God. And the Godhead, the God force can be light, it can be love, it can be truth, it can be the mother, the father, the warmth, embrace. You know, it can represent many different things, but when it's like you felt locked out, it's like everyone was in that room and they were experiencing so much love and just enjoyment, and you just weren't allowed in that room. You couldn't get in that room and you didn't understand why, but you're understanding now why. And any of those past wounds and pains and hurts for this person that are being shown and revealed now is allowing them to see where they actually stopped and limited their own abundance, their own expansion, their own love, joy, passion. Because what's happening is this person is facing their inner darkness and shadows. We have the underworld here. Very appropriate because we just have this Scorpio eclipse, lunar eclipse. And it's bringing so much just clarity. This person is just full of clarity. Like they can't even hold back now. It's almost like they're very aware that they can't ever unsee what they've seen now. And that's causing this deer in headlights, this stopped energy, this like, okay, how do I make sense of this all? But it's also bringing so much compassion and forgiveness for themselves, for others, for the world. They're seeing the connection between all things. They're seeing how they are connected to every single person in their life. They're seeing how when that person was rude to them, when that person ridiculed them or belittled them or was mean to them, what gift was in it. They're seeing the gift in everything. This is a really beautiful energy. And like, look at this expansive sort of rainbow heart energy. And this is the self here. This person is learning how to strip away all the things that were blocking the pearl, the wisdom, the inner truth. This person is becoming their fullest expressive self. They are really championing themselves, honoring themselves. And they're honoring that they're building, I'm seeing the lotus flower here, built or blossoms and blooms from mud, from shit. Okay. This is the orphan here, the bottom of the deck. So yeah, so we're getting a pretty good feeling of this person. I know I mentioned that this is a masculine energy. It does not have to be a male person. It could be somebody that is perhaps identifies more as divine feminine, but is working in their divine masculine energy. But it also could be somebody that is divine masculine, okay? That is identifies more with masculine energy. But because I said we're keeping this reading super just open to spirit, like whoever most needs to hear this message, it's going to be for who needs to most hear it. So you could be watching and you could be like, wow, this sounds like this person that I know. And that's the message that most needs to come through because you most need to hear what's going on with this person. Yeah. So we're just leaving it super, super open. I'm going to get some current kind of, this is the archetype deck, but what I'm going to be asking spirit here is like what energy this person is dealing with, like kind of more what's the circumstantial energy around them at this time, because now we have a little bit of a deeper understanding of who they are. I've been seeing this card so much in personal readings. Wow, okay. Oh, cool. I love this. Okay. So, we have a person honing their expertise, honing their knowledge. The pioneer here is somebody whose passion has been ignited, lit. They see, like, again, when truth comes along and you have that psychic, intuitive knowing, if you were in doubt or fear or like pretending not to know energy prior, it just reignites everything and you can just see things so clearly. So something that maybe you stopped doing a long time ago but brought you a lot of joy, it finds its way back to you. People find their way back to you. Circumstances, like all these things come back that were actually in truth and alignment. And on the flip of that, things that are not in alignment start to fall away. So if you are this person, or this is someone you know, they could be going through a lot of upheaval and changes and loss. And the loss from an ego stance could look very dark and bleak and, eclipses. Hello. This is totally just tapping into someone that went through some intense stuff during the eclipse. And that's kind of who this message is for, is what I'm feeling. But, when they're in their down moment or feeling kind of shadowy, they could be like, this sucks. They could just really be in the dark and feeling like, why is spirit doing this to me? Why is the universe doing this to me? Why is this person doing this to me? Why is it so painful? It feels like it sucks for me, but it doesn't suck for other people. It's just me. And then when they're really tapped in, they're really tuning into that energy I previously channeled, where they're really like seeing the truth and they're seeing the connection between all things, and they're taking responsibility and they're understanding their role in it, and they're understanding even that person that they thought was quote unquote the oppressor's role in it. And they connect it all, and they're like, oh, this was to ignite me. This was to get me on my path. This was so I could see the truth. This was to reignite the passion. My passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Because that's something really strong with this person too. I have to mention, this person has a very strong life path and purpose, and they are here to do something that has not been done before, which is this pioneer archetype. And that's something that was really easy to avoid and ignore for a very long time in their life, because it was almost like crippling to hold the pressure of kind of knowing that, because whether they were being honest with themselves or not, they deep down knew. They deep down had this feeling, and their guides and their connection to source and spirit was definitely talking to them a lot in their life and letting them know, giving them signs, giving them hints, leaving little, puzzle pieces. And they did a really good job of avoiding it and kind of put it on the back burner. It's almost like, I'll be happy when I'll do that when I make this amount of money, or when I meet the right person, or when this comes through for me. Like always putting it off. Like when I feel strong, when I've done my healing, when I've released that trauma, when I've, forgiven my mother, whatever it is, right? There was always this feeling of like, yeah, but okay, maybe we'll see. But the pressure of that was starting to become very crippling. And it does feel like this person had some sort of an inciting event, some sort of catalyst that really blasted this all wide open for them, where they were like, holy shit. And it feels like this mission, this passion, this carving the way, walking the path first, going ahead, is so that they can help mentor and teach the collective here with this bottom of the deck. It's passing on your wisdom. Yeah. Passing on the wisdom. So it's like everything had to occur in the exact timing that it did. There's like a divine timing at play in this person's life, big time. And they're very aware of it now. And they're working to understand and grasp it. And they're really asking spirit. They're asking their guides, their team. They're like, what now? What now? What next? Like, you lead, I'll follow. That's what I really love about this energy. If this is resonating for you or someone you know, like this is a person who is like in deep recognition and awareness of like, yep, I put this off. Yep, I ignored. And now I know what it feels like to ignore. And now I'm going to trust. And now I'm just going to, it's like, oh gosh, humans, sometimes we just have to get to rock bottom. Once we get to rock bottom, then we're like, okay, fine. I surrender. I give up. That's where this person's at. But through that surrender, through that giving up, the light has been lit. That it's like, I just can't stop seeing this light bulb here. So the mission is getting clear. The path forward is getting clear. The the divine contracts are becoming very crystal clear. And this scribe energy is cool. I really see a person here writing down a lot of their thoughts and their feelings and their story, kind of like life story. Like it's almost like this person might have a life path where you will be sharing your story with people. And so writing it down while it's happening is probably going to be really helpful. So if this is you that I'm describing, some advice, some guidance here is like Spirit's like, write down what's happening to you right now, because it's only going to feel as alive in you as it does in this now present moment. So yes, you'll never forget it, and you can look back and remember it and connect to the feeling. But like if you write it down now, that's going to be the most like poignant energy. It's going to translate the best. And that's not easy to do, I have to say. I've always told myself, like, when things are happening, definitely write, and it's hard. It's hard to do that when you're going through something, but Spirit's really giving that guidance here. And this could also connect really strongly with somebody who is a channeler, and perhaps they channel through writing. That's a pretty specific message, but Spirit's kind of nudging this person that's like, you have these psychic gifts, you have these psychic insights, you're starting to feel it, you're starting to trust it within you. And the way that you can really tap in and expand that energy is it might be through writing, stream of consciousness. I know people that are really brilliant at this, where they'll just write, and they'll, like when I speak, when I channel, I'm like, this isn't me. Like, and if I'm channeling a specific ascended master or whatnot, I'm like, whoa, like they speak differently. Everything about my energy changes because it's not me. And there's people that do that with writing, where like they may write, in cursive or whatever, and then they start writing and it's like a totally different handwriting. Things like that. So that, again, that's a specific message. So only take what resonates. But this person, somebody here has that gift. Somebody here definitely has that gift, and they maybe have only scratched the surface of it. Wow. Okay. This is super cool. What I'm going to do, because there's a lot of energy here, and I'm getting excited to go take it to the extended to ask a lot deeper questions and kind of advice for this person. But what I want to do, if this resonates, if you feel like there's a message for you in the extended, then definitely check it out. That link is going to be down below. But for those of you that you're like, you know what, I'm getting what I need, or this doesn't resonate, or it isn't you, I'm gonna grab just like a very general message from the angel deck here, to give, to tie this all up. And then in the extended, I'm gonna ask some specific questions. If there's any sort of anything coming up right now in this person's energy that's a block or a hindrance, or anything they need to be aware of, kind of like, I never do this, but I actually want to ask about timelines for this person. I want to ask about the divine timing. Just fill in the gaps, fill in a bigger, more clear story for this person. The guidance that they most need to know right now. That's what the whole intention of this reading is. But I did want to keep it kind of short and sweet. So we're going to wrap up the YouTube reading with angel guidance. I don't know why, but they're really having me shuffle. Okay, let's go. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's always fun. Okay, well, that just settles it. Now I know even deeper what we're going to go about. Okay, so if you're feeling the call to join in the extended, beautiful. And if you want to know a little bit more about what we're going to channel in the extended, we're going to channel about a divine connection, okay? A beloved, spiritual divine union connection, because this is Archangel Shamuel saying, I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. So this person may be going through a lot of these changes and initiations and understanding because of that. And that's what we mostly channel on this channel. That's mostly what our readings are about, but I was leaving it open. I always like to leave it open and see if Spirit wants me to channel something different, but no. So that's what we're going to go in the extended, but let's just leave you with a little bit of advice here. So we have this card from Archangel Jophiel. This is patience. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Yeah, this is like such a beautiful card, such a beautiful energy, so much just like acceptance and understanding and compassion in it. But I almost feel the frustration as well when that card comes out. And impatience and rushing and attaching and controlling and holding is only going to keep you in more of a standstill. I know that seems weird, but it is. It's like counterintuitive. Like the energies fight against one another. So the message, the guidance here is allow. receive, surrender. If this is you, trust yourself. Trust that you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. Trust that there's a divine timing. We're going to get you more specific guidance on anything that's coming up in the extended, but overall, how can you move about the world at this time? Have patience with yourself, have patience with others. You are getting it. You are releasing, you are learning, and it's all for the highest good of all. You have so many gifts and you have such a powerful, powerful mission that you are being, it's almost like you're being briefed on right now. You're being briefed on, okay, here's what you got to do. And you're like, okay, let me at him, let me go. And Spirit's like, no, slow down, my child. It's all good. And then this is a pretty specific message to come out, but I am going to channel it because I was getting this before, actually. I was getting it, especially when Odin came out. I was getting this feeling like whoever this person is, they have an ancestor, and it may not even be someone they've ever met. And it could be star family, soul family. It doesn't have to be like bloodline family, genetic family. But they have an ancestor that's been working with them very closely, very deeply, and is really strong and powerful, and is helping you every step of the way. Really, truly helping you every step of the way. Every time that you feel brave, that's them helping you. Every time that you feel confident, that's them helping you. Every time you cry, that's them holding your hand. Like, there is somebody here that is really invested and is so proud of you. So proud of you. So this is a hello from heaven. And again, this could be someone very literal that, passed on in your life and you knew, and they're cheering you on. They're your biggest cheerleader. Okay, beautiful. I hope that resonated. I hope it's supported for anyone that most needed this message now. And thank you for being here. If you would like to support me in this channel, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing is all really, really helpful and helps this video get seen by others. And if I'm not going to see you in the extended, I am sending you so much love, and I will see you soon.